Proctor Davy is not a licensed doctor or tenured professor in any UN-recognized nation or provisional state, including the territory of Guam.
The Children's Hour of Knowledge.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Children's Hour of Knowledge, starring me, Proctor Davy, and my puppet pals. We're coming to you live from the Kids Only Super Genius Treehouse Lab here in Detroit. With me, as always, is my co-host, Bongo McTweedlepants. Say hi, Bongo.
Hi, kids! Remember, knowledge is half the power.
Okay, so I kind of let the crap out of the bag last week by mentioning that our guest would be Scat Cat, the cat who...
Listen, Davy, something changed there, on the whole scat.
Where is he? He and I were going to do a whole jazz poop medley thing. Skaboo-bob, bippity, diarrhea, dippity, doo-doo-doo, diddly-doo.
Well, Catherine thought that,
Who thought?
We, Bongo. We thought that scat cat wasn't appropriate.
Where do I know you from?
Davy, you remember Catherine, my ex, well, I guess not my ex anymore, my girlfriend, Catherine.
You know we enacted a no dating policy on this show, Bongo. The CHK is officially bachelors only.
When was that?
It came into effect pretty much when I dumped Terry for eating my son.
Yeah, maybe this is where we should congratulate Nick on his promotion. Nick, the intern, is now our new producer, so let's all...
Nick's the producer now? I thought we didn't have one anymore.
Who did you think was running the board? Playing the theme song?
I thought maybe it was magic.
Right. So Catherine is here today to discuss, what was it, sweetie?
That's right, Bongo.
I thought you two were broken up. Didn't you tell me she cheated on you? With your brother? While you were in that coma? The coma that you were in because she hit you with her car?
Catherine thought it would be better if I got over that.
It's none of your business what Bongo does with his free time, Davy. So anyway, our first letter is from little Angelique in Montreal.
I read the questions.
Well, I've got the card, Davy.
Usually one of us is actually in charge of reading.
Dear Catherine, can you help teach me how to count to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. There. Now my letter.
You missed one there.
This is why little Angie asked me for help, Dave. Counting to 10 is easy, Angelique. Here's a fun mnemonic device I came up with to help you remember them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or, if you use the first letter from each number as the first word in a sentence, only tall trees find fire scary, seeing everything newer, terrorized. It's easy.
That's retarded. Even I know that's retarded.
Because you're from Canada, you'll also have to learn them this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey, no Spanish on my show.
That was French.
I know that. I'm just making sure she knows that. Who the hell are you anyway? What makes you qualified to be on an educational show? Aren't you a boat puppet or something?
I'm here as moral support for Bongo. Your little show could be so much more if you weren't always holding him back.
Oh, right, yeah. We're going to be the first kids show brave enough to deal with counting to 10. That'll really set us apart.
Catherine, counting might be a little below the level of our audience.
Oh, the same audience you're going to read to about pooping?
Thanks for the segue, Catherine. Dear Proctor Davy, sometimes when we have corn for dinner,
Actually, I was thinking maybe we could compromise. You could answer a question about maritime safety since you work for the Coast Guard.
Well, I guess I am better qualified to answer that than you. Dave, has Bongo ever told you how we first met?
Yes, and I don't want to hear it again.
I was out on patrol when I spotted this helpless little orange puppet being picked up by a school of bluegill. He could barely keep his head above the water.
She was amazing. She saved my life.
She saved you from curious fish.
Just because it was pathetic that he needed help doesn't mean it wasn't romantic.
You never called it pathetic before.
So, after we tossed him a lifesaver and hauled him back into the deck, we wrapped him in a warm blanket and called his mom to come and...
Hey, Katie. You in there?
Is that Braggy Bear?
Katie, hey-oh. Saw your Hummer parked outside and I thought I'd pop in.
Mr. B! What are you doing here?
I thought I was Mr. B.
What? Why?
That's what you called me when we were... Oh.
Oh, hey, you're with the little orange guy.
Bongo.
Pinky, right. So, hey, guess who just got back from the doctor?
Honey, we're kind of in the middle of...
Do go on, Braggy Bear.
Raise your hand if you've got an STD. Whoop! That's right, this guy. You too, Katie. Come on, and probably you too now, Django.
What? No, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to talk about this while we're on the air.
Haven't you checked your placenta lately, Bingo?
I don't have a placenta.
Yeah, looks like we all got Japanese taint measles.
You're making that up.
He's not Bongo.
For the record, kids, Japanese taint measles is the common name for herpes syphilis, a disease brought over to the New World by Alexander the Great.
Picked that little bug up from Gene Simmons. It's kind of rare, but, you know, whatever.
This is the worst day of my life.
We got it when we had sex on my spaceship.
Bongo, pull yourself together. You've had way worse days than this.
Thank you, Dave.
Oh, hey, Katie, I talked to that lady parts doctor I know in L.A. Says the tearing should heal right up if you rub some ointment on it. And also, we should probably take it easier next time. You got my cell phone if you need help with the, application.
Are you sure about that, Davy?
Yeah, like the day after Kitty originally dumped you, remember? You were all in the corner going blue, 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 hoo, and clutching the security blanket she gave you?
You kept that?
Nick, hey, Nick, find a clip from that show.
That's just cruel.
Internal combustion engine is comprised of several important components, one of which is a single phoenix feather.
Why?
It was originally invented by Stephen Hawking while he was masquerading as Leonardo da Vinci.
I forgot how much you put me through. You know what? Davy's right. You are terrible to me.
You tell her, Bongo.
We're done, Catherine. You know what? I'm tired of it. We're done, okay?
Bongo, I'm pregnant.
Children's Hour of Knowledge.
It's not yours, though. It's his.
Hey-o!